Hey, Opal. I'm really sorry to be doing this so suddenly, but I have a little favor to ask you and would like you to come straight home after school. Can you please bring me my wallet from the house to the hospital? And maybe a few days worth of clothes for me as well.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Why should I have to do that for you?
Well, because I'm actually in the hospital right now, you see. I had a little fall at home. In fact, it was lucky the mailman found me when he did and called an ambulance. But anyways, I'm here getting examined by the doctors.
Are you serious? Well, what did the doctors find? Was anything serious?
No, nothing that serious, but they said that I've been working myself too hard lately.
That's really what they said? That you've been working too much?
Yes, they said that I've been overexerting myself. I guess they found I wasn't getting enough to eat either. So, anyways, they are going to keep me here for monitoring a while.
Wait, what? But how could that even be? I mean, you don't even work. You're just a housewife. What kind of overworking could you possibly be doing when all you do is lie around the house? I mean, if anyone is working hard, it's Dad and I. Do you have any idea how much homework I always have on top of all my club activities?
I know that you're busy too, and I don't mean to upset you with this. But the fact is that I'll be in a hospital for a few days and need my wallet and some clothes.
You have got to be freaking kidding me! I am not going to go to the hospital just to do that for you! In fact, you better leave the hospital right now and come pick me up.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Do you not have any windows in your hospital or something? It's raining cats and dogs outside, so hurry up and pick me up from school.
I thought I told you to take an umbrella with you when you left the house this morning.
You did say that, but you never gave me one before I actually leave. You should have handed me one before I left.
Are you really going to blame me for not getting you an umbrella? You know where they are in the house.
And so do you. So why didn't you get me one? You're my mom, and it's your kind of job to do those kinds of things for me.
Excuse me? Just how do you figure that?
It is literally the only thing you have to do around the house. And it is still really coming down. So quit lazing about in the hospital bed and come and get me. Honestly, you really can't just be so useless, do you know that? Maybe I'll just have to get a ride back home.
Why should a middle schooler be riding a taxi all the way home?
Maybe because my mom is too lazy to come and pick me up from school even though I've asked her several times.
I don't even know what to say to you right now.
And it's your fault for forgetting your wallet too. But don't worry, I'll be sure to pay the driver with your money. And I'll take some for myself for all the trouble you have caused me.
You better not do that, young lady.
Why? You're the one trying to make me run all these errands for you when you're just resting in a nice bed right now. So if you want your clothes and whatever else you need, you can do and get it yourself. I'll be using your card to pay for my meals while you're in the hospital too.
Hey, I just got your message. What is this I hear about you falling on the floor? Why would you do this to us? What is the matter with you? Do you realize the trouble you're giving us?
I don't know what you want me to say, Frank. The doctor said that I've been working too hard. In fact, when I told the doctor about my daily schedule, he was surprised that this hadn't happened to me sooner.
Are you kidding me?
You do know that I get up 3 in the morning every day to go to the docks and buy the fish from the local fishermen so that I can cook meals for the day, right? I make lunch for you and Opal, and I always make sure that I have enough time to make the lunches you both will like. Then you typically ask me to help you get everything ready for you to work. Then you told me that I needed to do some research at home to figure out good gift for you to buy for clients that you were meeting with. And by the time I finally finished all that I had to do in a single day, I only had an hour to sleep. It's no wonder I passed out.
You have no idea what you're talking about at all. You're just a housewife. You don't even do anything. How could you say that you're overworked?
Frank, what do you mean? How could you say that?
I mean, that you're doing nothing compared to all the work that I've been putting in to take care of our family. You have no idea all that I do to keep us afloat. How dare you even try to say that you're doing as much work or even more work than me, because I do all this and I still have never collapsed from exhaustion. So you go ahead and tell that quack doctor that he can go ahead and shove it.
I am not going to tell the doctor who had been helping me here any of that. And I really don't think that you should be trying to counter advice from a doctor.
Oh, just shut up. You're just wasting time at the hospital. Get back here right now. There's no need for you to even be there.
Look, Frank, the doctor told me that I need to stay at the hospital to rest until I'm better. The doctor said that if I can get enough rest, I might only have to be here for a few days and as long as a week.
Are you telling me that you're going to be at the hospital for an entire week?
Well, the doctor showed me the results of my blood test and said that my blood pressure was really high.
There's no way that you should have to take a whole week just to rest. Just what are we supposed to do at home while you're there?
I think that you two are just going to have to take care of each other this week. It's not really that long. I'm sure the two of you will be fine. Anyways, could you please come to the hospital after work? I need my wallet, insurance card, and some change of clothes.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? You think that I'm going to give you what you need for a whole week vacation while I'm at home working my butt off? You really don't know what being a housewife means, do you?
I'm not trying to take a vacation, and certainly not in a hospital.
You really need to learn that you owe everything to me. Do you got that? And that's why I work so hard for us. Not that you would notice with how you laze around the house. But I am not going to stand for this. I want you to come back home right now. This is an order from your husband.
Hey, Opal, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that a doctor said I could go home tomorrow. So could you please tell your dad? I don't know why, but I can't seem to get a hold of him.
Wait, what? You're going to leave the hospital from tomorrow? I thought you were going to be there for a week.
Well, the doctor said that I was supposed to be here for a week, but your dad insisted that I come home. I told the doctor what your dad, and he said that I could just rest here for a few days and then go.
Well, I'm afraid that you're telling me this way too late.
What do you mean I'm telling you this too late? Don't tell me that you've already ordered a whole week's worth of meals.
It's nothing like that, but Dad and I have gone on a vacation. Since you were going to have to take a rest, Dad and I went to take a trip of our own.
Hold on. You mean that your dad and you are out traveling right now?
That's right. After all, nothing was going to get done at home without you being there. But don't worry, we'll left plenty for you to do when you get back home. But the vacation was all Dad's idea. We wouldn't get the house dirty anymore and we could eat whatever we want. Not only that, but since we're in a hotel, the staff is going to take care of us the whole time while we are here. But you better get the house clean for us when we go back.
But I don't understand. Why would you go and take a trip like this? Did you really not want to take care of the house that badly?
Of course not. That's not our job, it's yours. So why don't you hurry home and start cleaning? Dad works hard at his job. I work hard at my school. So why do you think that you get to take so much time off your work just because you're feeling a bit tired?
Well, what about your school and work now that you both are on the vacation? You can't just say that you're going to take a week off at the drop of a hat and then disappear.
Dad just called the school and told them that I'm going to be taking 1 week break, but I'll be missing a big test because of this. So when we get back home, you owe me a big apology for missing that test because you weren't at home.
Oh, come on. How is that even my fault?
It's your fault because Dad says that it is. He says that you need to apologize to him for making him use 1 week of his time off as well.
You both know that the whole reason I'm in this hospital is because I was working too hard, right? And now you think you can just tell me to get back to work and to apologize to you both? Not only that, but you both just ran off on a vacation while I was in the hospital?
If you weren't getting enough rest, then that's your fault, and you should have thought about that. You're old enough and you should know how to take care of yourself.
How dare you talk to me like this?
I really don't have time for this. I have a vacation to enjoy, and it's too late now to change our plans. So enjoy cleaning up the mess we left you. And while you're cleaning up the house like you should have been doing this whole time, Dad and I will be enjoying our time off.
Okay, fine. If you're going to be this way, I understand.
Good. And don't worry, we left you some leftovers in the fridge that you can have. And oh, don't forget to do all the laundry and wash all the sheets and towels too.
Oh, don't worry. I'll clean everything so much that there won't be a trace of anything at all.
What does that even mean?
Don't you worry about that. You just enjoy your little trip, okay? I have to take another blood test, so I have to go as well.
Hey, Mom! What the heck is going on? What is all this? The house, it's all gone. All the furniture and the appliances, where have they all gone?
Well, you told me that you wanted me to clean up the whole house. So after I got out of the hospital, I went home and did a big cleaning. I told you I wasn't going to leave a single trace of anything, didn't I?
Are you kidding me? I would hardly call this cleaning up the house. Did you damage your brain when you fell or something? I just thought you were going to clean the house and take out the trash and stuff like that.
Oh, don't worry. I made sure to do all of that too. I took out plenty of trash.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean you two, a husband and a daughter who didn't care at all if their wife and mother were okay in the hospital. I've gotten rid of the trash. That is you two. That's why I threw out all of your things. They were just trash too. In fact, I threw away just about everything that either of you would have even touched.
Are you kidding me? Do you really mean that you threw out all of our stuff? We're your daughter, and he's your husband. You just said so yourself. How could you do this to us?
What are you talking about? Why are you acting like I owe either of you anything? You both heard that I had passed out and was in the hospital, and your first instinct was to go on and take a vacation? Neither of you have ever said a single word of worry about me. I don't owe you two anything.
Oh, come on. Are you really going to pretend like this is okay to do just because we weren't worried enough about for your liking? You literally threw away all of the appliances in the entire house. You're like a child. Do you think this is any way for an adult to act?
You really don't know how anything, Opal. You see, when a real adult gets mad, they do things much worse than what I do.
What is that supposed to mean? What did you do?
I didn't just get rid of all the appliances, you see. I also sold the house, but at least you don't have to pack your things now. But you should know that you two won't be allowed to live in that house for much longer.
Are you kidding me? Did you actually sell the house? What's the matter with you? How could you do that?
Well, I cleaned up the house that it looked so good that I thought I might just sell it. After all, the house is just another kind of trash that I associate with you and your dad now.
This has got to be some kind of joke. I don't know what kind of medicine they were giving you at the hospital, but you're crazy now. That fall really must have screwed you up.
What in the world are you even talking about? It was the medicine and treatment I got that allowed me to think straight. Why do you think I was able to get so much cleaning done in such a small amount of time? I can't even remember the last time that I felt that well rested and energetic.
Well, I'm going to go and tell Dad all about what you've done, so there. You're not going to get away with getting rid of our stuff and selling the house.
Hey, what the heck is this that I'm hearing about you selling our house? What in the world are you thinking? What's going on?
I mean, you summed it up pretty nicely there. I did exactly that. After I got out of the hospital, I went home and cleaned it out just like Opal told me to. Don't you think I did a great job cleaning everything up?
Give me a break. Do you really think you're going to get away with this? This is a crime. I don't care if you wanted to get back at us. This is taking it way too far. I don't care if we're married. You can't sell or throw away stuff that doesn't belong to you. Don't you remember that I was the one who bought the house in the first place? Just how do you even get someone to buy the house when your name isn't even on the deed? Either way, everyone involved in this is going to be getting sued. And then the person you sold the house to is probably going to sue you for fraud.
But there wasn't any problems because my name was on the deed. Did you forget? When we moved in, you said you didn't want to deal with the paperwork and give it all to me.
But wait, are you telling me that you put your name on the lease while I was the one paying for it?
That's right. You paid for the house, but you were too lazy to check the paperwork, and so I put my name down as the sole owner.
Wait, I remember. I remember giving you all the sheets of paper from the real estate agent to sign.
That's right. And thanks to that, I was able to sell the house without any issues. And I was able to sell the house for much more than I so thought. So I'm going to use the money for the sale to restart my life.
This is just ridiculous. That's my money, so you give it to me right now. I don't care if your name was on the deed. I paid for the house.
Well, it's not that I don't understand how you feel, but the law is quite clear about the fact that I don't have to give you a single cent.
Are you kidding me? Why are you going this?
If you really need me to explain at this point, then it's not even worth the effort to explain. I'll send the divorce papers to your office. Be a dear and sign them, okay?
You think that I'm going to give you what you want? I'll never do that for you. You won't get away with this.
Frank realized that he had more pressing things to think about, and he agreed to divorce me just to have less on his mind to deal with. Although, I heard through the grapevine that things were not easy for Opal and Frank after divorce. The two of them desperately moved into a tiny apartment and began living off a cheap pre-prepared food. The rumors are not that only that their health took a massive decline after that, but Opal's grades also tanked after she got back from vacation. Frank also got lots of trouble with his job after he kept losing important documents that I normally would have prepared for him. I imagine that if he hasn't been fired, he's probably working in the basement of his office by this point. As for me, I used the money I got from selling the house to move into a nice condo in the city. I picked up a part-time job for the time being, but I've been living off from the proceeds from the house, making sure to get as much rest I need to feel back my old self. I've learned from this whole ordeal that the key to a happy and healthy life is to eat well, sleep lots, and have lots of fun. And I won't be listening to anyone who tries to tell me otherwise. I'll be too busy enjoying myself to listen anyways.
Hey, Veronica, will you listen?
What?
My sister got dumped by her boyfriend.
Oh, is that so? I thought it was something serious.
What do you mean by that? That's quite a thing to say. My precious sister got dumped.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought something had happened to you.
It's as if something happened to me. She just told me on WhatsApp. It's hard to hear that my sister is being so depressed.
Oh.
There's no one in the world like that wonderful woman. I can't believe that someone would dump my sister. That guy, I can't forgive him.
Well. I understand how you feel. But this is between your sister and her ex-boyfriend. It's not our place to interfere.
But where's the reason to dump my sister? That's too rude.
I don't know about that. I don't know what happened between them. It's not my place to say. You know, a man and a woman, only they can tell each other what's going on.
You're a cold woman, aren't you?
What?
Put yourself in her shoes. Maybe she was thinking of getting married, you know? It doesn't make sense to dump her while thinking about the future.
That's something we don't know either. Besides, marriage is all about luck and timing. Maybe she didn't have a chance with that guy.
Are you on that guy's side? You haven't worried about my sister at all.
I'm not taking sides or anything. I'm just making generalizations. I'm sure that one day she'll find a man who's attracted to her. Let's hope so for now.
You're like that, aren't you?
Huh?
You see people's misfortune without a care in the world. You're a terrible woman. I wish it was you who got dumped.
Okay. She's a precious sister to you. But I don't think you have any control over her love life.
That's true, but today, after work, I'm going to drop by her place. I'll go talk to her.
All right. Mike, are you still at your sister's apartment?
Yep.
Don't you think it's rude to stay there this late?
What are you saying? I can't leave her alone being depressed. She's even crying.
Even so, it's rude to disturb her so late. Besides, she has a job too. I know she's sad, but why don't you leave her alone?
I can't do that. What do you think her ex-boyfriend said to her?
What?
He told her that she can't do anything.
What does that mean?
He said she's a terrible cook, can't clean or organize, and blames others for her inability. That's why he said he can't go out with her anymore. That's too much to say, isn't it? I can't believe he said that to my sister.
I can't really say anything about that. We all have different expectations. Maybe that's how much her ex wanted her to be.
Why are you keep taking that guy's side? That's really terrible. I think I've seen who you really are.
Huh? You can't say that much? You're meddling in your sister's private life too much. She's not a child anymore, so just leave her alone. Besides, I think this is something she has to overcome on her own. And that's true love for your sister.
After all, she is a stranger to you. That's enough. I won't talk to you about my sister.
You never asked me for advice in the first place.
Huh?
You just kept telling me the news on your own.
You're too cold to even talk to me about it.
That's enough. Anyway, if you stay too late, it'll affect her tomorrow. I think you'd better come home soon.
That's none of your business. She's my precious sister, so don't interfere.
Hey, Mike. What's going on? When I came home, your sister is here?
Last time I went to her apartment, we decided to move in together.
What? What do you mean?
She said she was sad to live alone, so I asked her to move in with me.
Living together? Wait a minute. You didn't ask me about it?
Did I have to tell you?
Isn't it obvious? I live in this apartment with you, remember? And you and I are married, right? Of course you need to tell me.
Why? My precious sister is suffering. I'm supposed to help her, don't I? Why are you being so mean?
I don't understand. Why do we have to live with your sister? I can understand if it's your parents, but your sister? And without any consultation?
We're family, so we don't need to ask for advice.
Even family members don't want to be intruded into their private life.
You really are a narrow-minded woman, aren't you? Don't you have any consideration for others?
I don't think that's the point. And what are we going to do living in this small apartment?
You have your workroom, right? If you vacate that room, it'll be her room.
Huh? Then where am I supposed to work? I have to work remotely half a week.
You just need a computer to work. You don't need a whole room. Why don't you use the living room table?
That's so selfish. If your sister is lonely and alone to begin with, Why don't you ask her to go back to her parents' house? Why our apartment?
You're doing it again. You're such a cold woman. That's what she wants.
Call me cold, but I won't allow her to live with us. In the first place, she didn't even attend our wedding. She was traveling abroad with her boyfriend or something.
That's because our schedule has conflicted, so what could be done? She had her own reasons.
But it was her brother's wedding. She knew 6 months in advance. She could have cleared her schedule.
That wasn't possible, so she couldn't come to the wedding, okay?
Even though it's her brother's wedding?
There are lots of people who can't attend, even if they're siblings.
I don't know about that. You can't attend your sibling's wedding because you're going on an overseas trip with a partner? I've never heard of that. And I haven't had a single congratulatory message from her since we got married. Why should I have to live with someone like that?
You're so narrow-minded. I'm disgusted.
I'm the one who's dumbfounded.
If you hate my sister so much, get out of the apartment.
Huh?
If she says she wants to live together, then we live together. What my beloved sister says is absolute.
Why do you do that? You forced your way into our place. And you want me to leave if I refuse to live with her? That's too arrogant. This is my apartment too, you know?
If you can't treat my sister kindly, I'm divorcing you.
What? That's impossible.
If you don't want me to divorce you, then allow her to live with us. And do your best to take care of her.
I can't agree to that. No matter how you think about it, it's crazy, isn't it?
You're still saying that? That's enough. Hey, Veronica. You're going to the office today, right?
Yes, I'm working on some paperwork right now.
I left early and just got back to my apartment.
Why? Are you sick?
No, my sister's not feeling well.
What?
She's been mentally weak lately, so maybe she got sick. Thinking that she's having a hard time on her own, I couldn't stand still, so I left early.
Huh? She's not a child. She can take a rest at home by herself.
You're as cold as ever. I told you to be devoted to my sister when she moved in with us. I told you I'd divorce you if you couldn't do that. She's my precious, precious sister.
You're starting to sound weird. You two siblings should grow up and be more independent.
Huh? We are independent. That's why I married you. So why can't you take care of my family?
There's no way I can do that.
Why?
The other day, I saw she tried to put some kind of white powder in my coffee. I was horrified when I saw that.
She is a kind person. She wouldn't do that, would she? It's too rude to lie about my sister like that.
It's rare for her to offer to make coffee. I got curious and went to check out the kitchen. She was putting that white powder with a smirk on her face. I thought she was doing something suspicious.
You're just being paranoid. It's all in your head since that's how you look at her. I think she was just making coffee.
That was as bad as it gets. I didn't drink that coffee because I noticed it. What the heck was that white powder? Was she trying to put me to sleep? I'll stop asking her to make me coffee from now on.
There's absolutely no way my sister would do such a thing. You're just making this up because you don't want to live with her.
There's no point in making up a story like this, you know? Besides, she happened to be home when I was working remotely. She asked me to make lunch, so I made a sandwich. Then she said, "I don't like eating a bad sandwich like this." And she threw it straight into the trash.
How could she do such a thing? If that's true, it's because your sandwich was bad.
How is that possible after you went to the trouble of having someone cook for you? Perhaps the sister I know and the sister you know are different. She's like a wife-beating little mother-in-law.
Even you're my wife, there are things you're allowed to say and things you are not allowed to say. I won't forgive you if you speak about my sister like that.
I'm not bad-mouthing her. I'm just telling the truth. Why don't you believe what I'm saying?
Because you're cold. Every single thing you say is mean. Maybe you don't like my sister. But how can I believe anything you say like that?
Well, so you're saying it's not okay for her to have a hard time, but it's okay for me to have a hard time?
It shouldn't be hard for you because you're the one bullying her.
I think I now understand how exactly you feel.
Veronica, when are you coming home? You're a housewife, aren't you? You even have a housework, so you should be thinking about taking care of the apartment. I can put up with it. And my sister says she's hungry. Come home early and make dinner.
I won't make it because what I make tastes bad and gets tossed in the trash.
Huh? What are you talking about?
There are 2 adults there, so if she's hungry, why don't you guys just make your own food?
She's starving, so come home and make dinner. I'm hungry too. This is my sister's order too.
I hate it even more if it's her order. I don't know what she'll do next. If you're hungry, why don't you ask her to cook for you? I'm sure she'll make you something you like.
You're such a jerk. If you don't listen to my sister, I'll divorce you.
Huh?
I told you before. I'm letting you live in this apartment. Be grateful and do as you're told.
I'm fine with the divorce.
What?
Let's get divorced because I'm done taking care of you guys.
What are you talking about? Have you lost your mind?
No, I'm not. We're already divorced.
What? You're crazy. How can I get divorced without divorce papers and without even filling them out?
What are you talking about? You gave me the divorce papers that you filled out, remember?
When?
The day after your sister moved in. You brought me the completed divorce papers when you didn't approve of me living with her.
Oh.
You told me to submit this to the city hall right away when you tell me to.
That's right. I got mad and went to get the divorce papers the next day. Well, that was just a bluff.
Huh?
I was so frustrated that you wouldn't accept her moving in with us. The next day, I got emotional and went to get it.
What is it with you that you even have forgotten about it?
I did it on the spur of the moment, so I had no memory of it.
That's just how I am to you after all. I understood it well from the text messages earlier today. That's why I filed the divorce papers at the city hall right after that. It was accepted easily because your section was already filled out.
You're kidding, right?
I've run out of patience. I realize that you don't trust me at all. I didn't even have to think about it, and no hesitation to divorce.
I wasn't thinking about divorce. The only reason I gave you the divorce papers was to have you do what I tell you to do.
That's so funny, isn't it? What do you mean by have me do what you tell me to do? I'm not your servant, and I'm not your slave.
I didn't mean to.
Aren't married couples supposed to discuss even the smallest things? You decided to have your sister move in with us without consulting me about it. That's not a right thing to do, is it?
No, but...
She was walking around the apartment like she owns the place. Even she was the one who moved in. What kind of people are you? Do you know what she did to me?
No, I don't know.
Broke the heels of my shoes.
Huh?
I was going to go to work, and I was very confused because I couldn't wear my shoes' heels.
So what happened?
I had no choice, so I put on a suit and sneakers and went to work. And she threw away my underwears.
What?
I kept losing no matter how many times I buy new underwears. I can't tell you how many pairs of underwear I've had to buy in the past week.
Why would she do that?
That's what I want to know. I can only assume she's harassing me, though. Then she steals my cherished, expensive bag.
Oh, no. Are you sure you didn't just lose it somewhere?
How can I lose a bag I haven't used in the last year or so? It's been a while since I've looked for it to take it with me to work, but it's gone. So I looked in the closet that your sister uses. And there it was.
Maybe she had the same thing?
That can't be true. When I bought that bag, I had my initials embroidered on the inside pocket of the bag. That's the kind of service I got. They were definitely my initials. I'm surprised that she steals from someone living together.
My sister? No way.
There's so much more, you know? Do you want me to tell you all?
No, that's enough. I couldn't believe she would do such a thing.
I couldn't believe it either. I can only think that she moved in with us to bully me.
I don't think that's possible.
Are you still defending your sister? If so, that's fine. I'm already a stranger to you guys. Now your sister and you are finally free in the apartment. You can have any room you want. I don't care what you eat.
Wait a minute. You and I need to talk things out, right? Let's talk it over, just the two of us.
You didn't believe me at all when I had to tell you something. I told you over and over again, but you wouldn't listen to me. It's too late.
Veronica, don't say that.
I'll come pick up my stuff soon. I'll only take what I really need, so it won't be much. You and your sister can do whatever you want with what I'm leaving behind. Well then, bye!
Veronica, will you start over with me? I only have you, please.
Who do you think you are? I'm no longer related to you, so can you please not contact me?
Don't be so cold and listen to me. My sister doesn't do any of the housework.
I know. I had been doing it for a while, remember?
I make breakfast before I go to work, do the laundry. When I get home from work, I make dinner, take out the laundry, and clean the house. If I skip even a single task, my sister scolds me. I can't do this anymore.
How can you say that? I did all of that. If I skipped even one thing, I'd get a barrage of harassment. No matter what I said to you. You didn't believe me, and you said I was cold and mean, remember?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't care if you're sorry now. I wouldn't start over with a man who doesn't believe me. I know how your sister's ex feels.
I'm going to collapse from overwork if I don't do something about it. Veronica, you have to help me.
You didn't help me. So why should I help you? You can continue to live in harmony with your beloved sister.
Oh no, I can't. I want to escape from this hellish life.
You made all these decisions on your own. You made your own choice, so there's nothing I can do about it. Enjoy your life with your sister at best, you sissy man.
Veronica, don't say that. Please live with me again.
No! After that, it seems that Mike did his best to balance work and housework on his own. Taking advantage of Mike's presence, his sister even quit her job. She lived on Mike's income while having fun on her own. Go earn more money. I can't go out with such little money. Mike finally gave up in the face of such abuse. He ran away from that apartment. I heard that he resigned from the company he had been working for and went into complete hiding. As a result, his sister could not pay the rent and was evicted. I don't know what they have been doing since then. The end result of a crazy sister and a pathetic man is tragic. I am so glad I got divorced before I got involved. I moved in a new apartment near my workplace and I am enjoying my single life by myself.